I'm Devlin.
And I'm Adrian.
And you're tuned in to the DNA Project. What's up, chick? How you living?
I'm great. Episode 3.
Yes.
I'm excited.
Episode 3, and we are in it to win it.
That's what's up. So, we got to start with this crazy news week.
Yes, it's been a crazy week.
You know what? 2020 has really been one for the books.
I used to say stuff like 2014 was a rough year, 2015, but 2020 has showed up and showed out.
I feel like I want to, in those sci-fi movies where, alien dust particles come down and everybody's going crazy and turning into zombies.
And just affecting everything.
Yeah.
We're
one person in particular.
But we're transitioning to a virtual world. It's just like our reality. If we say it like it's a movie, it's like, oh, deadly disease come. Everybody has to go in the house forever. Everybody has to do everything through the internet. And it's just, that's our life right now.
It is just scary. Mm-hmm. And like I was saying, it seems like one person got infected or affected more than anyone else.
Yeah.
You know who that person is?
Number 45.
What Donald J. Trump?
I don't know. I just feel like, okay, you got diagnosed with the deadly virus.
Very
Why are you trying to get over it so quickly? I understand why you don't want to have it, but I'm talking about listening to the whole CDC and they tell you to quarantine from 10 to 14 days.
Exactly.
It's like he acting like this don't apply to him. And then he sits up there and say he thinks he's got cured. Well, how come all the other 200,000 people, 2,010 people that have died from COVID, why aren't they privy to that same medicine that they pumping in him?
Because he's the president. And it's sad, but in this world, some lives are valued more than others. Yeah. And I feel like he should be humble and grateful and thankful that he's in a position to get all these experimental drugs that's only been tested on 10 people. Mm-hmm. And then you have some idiots that think they're going to be lucky number 11 and get the same drug. If you get sick, you're not getting the same drugs that Donald J. Trump got. Right. You're not going to be running around talking about, I feel 20 years younger, like he's on a horse. Like, what's some tampon commercials?
They're riding horses.
Yeah, he's just all excited and happy. You had COVID. It's a discretion to when he actually got it. I mean, obviously he had it a lot longer than what he's saying. But
my thing is, that's his whole argument. Because if he had it longer than he's saying, then he went out normally exposing people to other people. But if he had it longer than he's saying that he cured now. So he's acting like he's had it longer than he's saying.
Because it doesn't make sense. He was sick one day, at the hospital the next day.
He
was home 3 days later, brand new.
Feeling 20 years younger.
Feeling 20 years younger.
I don't know any other COVID patients, and I have a few friends that have come down with it that told me they feel 20 years younger.
We've had people who passed away from it.
It's no joke.
It's not. So, it's very, and then to say, don't let it dominate. Don't let it dominate your life. Some people had a choice. Right. Nobody wants COVID to dominate their life. No. So that's very offensive.
Right.
He's just something else.
Yeah.
But Nancy Pelosi is trying to get him kicked out of office using the 25th Amendment?
Yeah, she's saying that he's not mentally fit to stay president. And even his son, you told me.
Donald Jr. said his father's acting not quite himself, as if we can't see that.
Wow.
Donald's running around here like a whole fool.
Yeah. He is. That's what he normally does. So
he don't want to do virtual debates. He said he wants his germs live.
He said he don't want nobody cutting him off. Well, he didn't say that. He just said you have the option to cut people off, which indirectly
we need to cut him off.
Yeah, because he talks over people. That last debate was a spectacle. It was so bad. I didn't even want to watch the vice president's debate, but I watched it. And Kamala did a thing.
Kamala.
Did I pronounce it right?
Kamala did her thing. They're not trying to give my girl her credit, but she walked all over Pence.
Yeah.
So I thought she did a great job. Now she didn't answer all the questions,
right?
But neither did Pence.
Pence did better than Trump.
Well, is that hard?
Trump set the bar so low.
Okay,
he did. He really did.
I don't understand. But yeah, so the whole COVID, I'm just so over the news that I don't even think I'm gonna watch the news anymore.
I just feel like it's just so repetitive. I do like when they do the breaking news and let me know who's who got updated from the Rose Garden scandal.
30 people infected.
Last time I checked was 19. Then the other day,
Today said 30.
Today it says 30. So
and Chris Christie's still in the hospital.
Wow. He's the governor of New Jersey, right?
Yeah. So I think he had like pre-existing medical conditions anyway.
Yeah.
And what about this whole plot to overthrow the governor of what state was that?
Michigan, which is the city of Detroit.
Right.
But my thing is, they were going to kidnap her and put her on trial for treason.
A private trial.
So who was going to be the executioner?
Well, I feel like we are always on a private trial.
Yeah.
So, but I don't understand why Trump has nothing to say about that.
Because he didn't like her.
He didn't like her, and then it was a white militia who kidnapped her.
He told Proud Boys, he said what he said. Yeah. He said stand up. No, he said stand by and stand. What he said?
Stand back and
stand back and stand by, baby. So he gave a roll call. Stand by.
Stand by.
Stand by, and that's exactly what they did.
And they weren't going to stop with the kidnapping. They had plans to start a whole civil war. But I kind of think Trump has that covered. I think Trump is starting a civil war. Right. Don't you feel like race relations are going backwards?
I just feel like they are. And that's why I always say it's very important to know where you come from. Because people will try to take you back.
That's true. That's true. I've been taken back a few places.
So you got to be, how to...
I don't know. I just feel like sometimes the news is like overwhelming. Yeah. So I think I'm going to take a little break.
But I didn't start watching the news until I came to visit you.
I know. I'm like a maniac. That's why I'm so stressed out. Like I watch it all day, every day. CNN, MSNBC.
You even keep it on when you're sleeping.
I know. Because I feel like something's going to happen and I'm going to miss it.
But
I know you like court shows.
I do, and my favorite one is Judge Mathis.
Judge Mathis.
I was watching the other day, and he tells the girl, he's like, I know you've been to jail, because the way you're talking to me, you've been to jail. Don't talk to me like that.
Yeah. He always trying to prove that he's from the streets.
Yes, I'm from Detroit. I know what you're doing. You're smoking the crack. I know what you're doing. You got a sugar daddy that ain't got no money. And you're killing the purpose.
You know what? I don't know why he feels the need to relate to all the people that's in the courtroom. You are not finna come out Judge Mathis in the courtroom.
Yes. And then you say he was just off the chain?
Judge? Yeah, he like that. And Judge Joe Brown is another.
Judge Joe Brown will call you a crackhead.
He love calling people crackhead. There'd be a lot of crackheads.
This is one boy in there giving him the business on. He was like, you know which one I'm talking about? His mama was sitting next to him, and I think she was a parole officer or a probation officer. Anyways, I was surprised, but he didn't have that like that in court.
The boy?
Yeah.
I was mad at his mom because I felt like she could have did more than just hold her head down.
Maybe her son is one of them that abuse their parents. The parents be borderline scared of the kids.
Because I have a 20-year-old, and that would never go down in my house. I play no games when it comes to him. But so that's crazy.
And he thinks you're crazy.
Well, he's not crazy. I get that sometimes.
He loves his mama though.
That's my little mook. The mook is my nephew. My son is my booba.
Yes. Please don't get it twisted. He's 20, but he's jealous.
He is. I think he is. No.
He ain't really jealous, but he's used to being, his baby. He was your baby. So when he see you babying somebody else, he's like,
Oh, when I accidentally call
him his nickname.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the 8-month-old, our nephew Nolan.
I don't know. I just know I'm so sick of Rona. Like, it's been going on and on, and there's a outbreak here. Things calm down here. It's like we're going in a never-ending story.
Never-ending story.
That was the theme song?
Yeah, but then they were saying we're going to have a second wind.
Second wave?
Second wave.
Okay.
Second wind is when you down and you up again. So look, second wave.
Yeah. Well, we probably are if we can ever get out the first wave.
I think there's not going to be no lapse in between.
I don't think so. Until we get like a vaccine or the Donald Trump cure that everybody can get, I think we're just kind of
I'm just scared to get that medicine Donald Trump got because I don't know how much of it is affecting his brain or is it just
They was giving Donald Trump everything. They was giving him Flintstone vitamins, zinc, and they gave him Pepsid, and
they gave him vitamin D too, right?
Vitamin D. Well, I've been taking vitamin D and zinc. Well, I got a medicine cabinet too.
Yes, you do.
I've been taking so many vitamins. I think I'm going a little crazy.
You've been pumping up on vitamins.
I mean, because they said you got to build up your immune system.
Right.
Have you been taking anything?
I have not been taking any vitamins. I've just been drinking coffee.
That might help.
Caffeine for you, baby.
That might help.
But no. I really have to seriously get on it because the best thing to do is get your body in optimum shape. You know, me and her has been on a weight loss journey.
We're not even going to talk about this weight loss journey.
I just don't feel like getting up all the time. But you know,
all the time or none of the time.
I went walking with you today.
She did. We went on a 4-mile walk today.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I can't talk like
you walk 4 miles. I walk 1.
That's something.
Yeah, that's something. Yeah.
But I'm doing all this walking and working out, but my diet ain't all the way together.
But you still don't eat as bad as me.
I don't eat as bad as I used to.
Yeah.
But I still need to
Are
work
you
on
still
it.
going vegan?
Yeah. I go in waves. Like, I'll do a diet, and I can't stick to nothing long. I was keto for 3 months. Then I was, what else did I do? I usually just go between keto and veganism.
Well, they say that the human body can go 3 weeks on a water fast.
I can't ever I've tried a lot of water fasts, but after day 3, I'm like, I can't do it. And it's mental. Even if I'm not always hungry, I feel like I'm supposed to be eating.
And it's like when you try to fast, I don't know, even spiritual fast, you don't think about food, you be chilling. As soon as you declare a fast, you get ultra hungry.
It's all mental. So, I don't know. I'm just going to keep going. I'm losing slowly, but at least it's coming off.
Well, let me just go ahead and give a shout out right quick, perfect segue, to one of our sponsors.
We got a sponsorship.
I will.
Episode 3 with a sponsor.
Hey. Now, you know our theme song.
Yes.
Very lovely. DNA Project. For all of your audio and video needs and some of the hottest beats, please call 773-698-2475 at SLG Productions out of Chicago, Illinois.
SLG Productions.
They will satisfy all your musical needs. My mother, Mom Dukes, and her fiance, newly formed company. They aim to please Lynn Scott and Sean Gurren.
Now, she done called us all day, babies. Well, I ain't gonna imitate her like that because she gonna be pissed. But
I can imitate her.
Okay.
It's a joke.
I don't even know what to say. But anyway, so give them a call. He makes any genre of music. He does videography too. Like, they have a full scale production. She gonna whoop her ass.
But I just want to give a shout out to hubby. Today's his birthday.
Happy birthday!
Yay! Yeah, so Miss Adrian, what's good?
Not too much. Like I said, just trying to make it through this quarantine. But we are the only people quarantining.
You know what? I'm starting to think so too, because I'm on my Facebook and on my timeline. People are just living their best lives. Like there's not any deadly disease going around.
I just got invited to a Halloween party.
Wow.
I'm like, I would think, isn't Halloween canceled?
I don't celebrate Halloween.
Well, I know you don't celebrate Halloween, but I'm just saying, kids aren't going to go
I don't think it's safe.
I mean, I would think. I guess if I use my common sense.
You go to different people's houses. You don't know if you're going to a quarantine house. People should have different colors. You know how back in the day when someone's light was on, that means they have candy. Maybe you put a red light on and people know not to come to your house because you're quarantining.
I would be very surprised if people try to go trick or treating this year. I would
leave the light on. I bet you somebody knock on his door. These kids are living their best life.
It's like I said, it seems like it's life as normal. Like nothing's going on. Yeah. So I don't know, but I keep getting invited to Halloween parties. I got invited to a wedding. I got invited to a birthday party. Just like
quarantine love. You know, quarantine. We're the only ones quarantining. So what are you gonna do? The first thing you're gonna do when you get out of quarantine?
I'm going on a vacation as soon as people start letting Americans in. We're the outcasts now.
Are you serious?
We can't go anywhere.
Wow. Not even to the U.S. Virgin Islands?
Well, that's part of the U.S. in that case. I mean, we can't go anywhere. Puerto Rico, U.S. Virgin Islands, we can go. But we can't go anywhere else.
So we can't go to
Canada,
Cancun. We can't even go to Mexico?
No. So ain't that ironic?
That's
Yes.
Everybody usually want to come to America. Nobody want to come to America no more.
Do you blame them?
I don't know what life is like anyplace else. So this is all I know. It's all I know.
I mean, I ain't got nothing I don't know. I'm on warnings about talking about America.
Yes, Adrian is on.
Don't say it.
I won't say it then.
But somebody we know is on a terrorist watch list.
Somebody I know.
That's not even funny. Let's just skip past that.
Yeah, okay.
Because just watch what you say on the internet.
But that's funny. It's supposed to be free speech. This is America.
Does that mean that the person that's on that watch list, does that mean they can't travel?
I don't know.
So that person might be stuck
quarantine.
after quarantine.
What if it's like a very emergency, like America is sinking and everybody have to leave? They still gonna keep her here.
I don't know what she gonna do. I do not know. And I wonder if she can get off the watch list. Can you apply to get off?
I don't know. Maybe you have to improve your behavior.
Who is she? She is.
I was thinking that.
I'm not on no.
Yeah. But hopefully things are just going to get better real soon. So I'm just gonna stay prayed up.
Right.
Keep my mask on. Distance socially.
12 feet.
Not
Forget the 6 feet. 12 feet.
And you can't get mad, even though they've been saying 6 feet the whole time. It's a new disease. I remember when HIV first came out, and they were saying that it was the gay disease. The gay is cancer. They were calling
the gay cancer.
So my thing is, we just have to bear with the scientists,
Yeah, but HIV is not airborne.
No, what I'm saying is when a disease is new and they know nothing about it, you're going to be privy to a lot of wrong information. So they told us 6 feet. We ran with 6 feet. Now we know it has to be like 10 to 12 feet.
Right.
So we just got to, whoever's the president got to give more money to scientists.
But President Trump don't believe in science.
President Trump don't believe in science.
He said that science doesn't know everything. That's actually a quote.
Really?
It's not an exact quote, but I'm going to find the quote. But he actually made a comment that's something like, well, scientists doesn't know. No, science doesn't know everything.
Remember when America was like #1, like going to the moon and #1 in the Olympics.
Right.
#1. Americans rocked. Now all of a sudden, America don't sound like it has the same prestige as it did before.
Well, I think maybe with the next administration, whether it is in 2021 or 2024, hopefully it'll turn things around. Because this is just sad.
It is.
It's depressing.
2020 got it done.
Well, I'm grateful to be here because a lot of people didn't make it through. Definitely.
Yes.
But this is just.
But I've just been honest. It hasn't been one of my best years.
It's been nobody's best year. And we were so looking forward to it.
Yes.
2020 was the year of vision.
Everybody
had a vision board.
2020 vision. 2020 vision.
And everybody was like, it was just one thing after the other.
Yeah.
So
I'm just going to, however 21 comes in, I'm just decree and declare it's going to be better.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think it will be.
So, let's talk a little bit about your dating life.
My dating life? Yes. My non-existent date. I'm not dating during COVID.
Well,
we are having a dating game.
Yes,
but
we have them online.
Right.
Yeah, we're being safe.
Well, that's social distancing. We're going to do it via Zoom and set them up on a virtual date, and I don't know.
So give us some ideas on what type are we going to set them up with Netflix?
I'm assuming everybody has Netflix. If not, we'll hook up their Netflix. I don't know. What's a cute virtual idea? You can have a virtual dinner date. Like, just set up the Zoom and have your wine and dinner, and you can watch them on Zoom.
Send them some fried chicken?
No. I don't like fried chicken.
Okay.
Why you gotta go there? But I think we can be creative and work something out.
Yeah.
I think it'd be fun to go on a Zoom dinner date.
I want to hear everybody playlists.
What you mean?
Their playlists.
You want the contestants?
Yeah. So are we matching them up, or they're gonna figure it out themselves?
Well, the way it's gonna work, we're just gonna have 5 single women and 5 single men. We're gonna ask them all these funny questions, and at the end, everyone picks the person they like. And if 2 people pick each other, then that's who will send.
Is it possible that nobody won't pick each other?
It's possible.
So then the dates.
That's why there's a lot of single people. People
that's
picking.
Where dates are.
The person I'm picking might be picking somebody else, and vice versa. That's life.
Yeah.
So, but hopefully, because people usually have chemistry.
Yeah.
So hopefully 2 people will pick each other. And we might do it more than once. So if you're interested in being a part of the dating game, leave a comment.
Yeah.
And we'll have the email address in the info section.
Yeah.
But as far as myself, I have just stepped back from dating because where are we gonna go?
Yeah.
Like, people ask me to go to dinner, and people think I'm like paranoid. But but I'm not going to dinner. I'm not walking through any parks. I'm not, like, how you going to date and you're got to be 12 feet from somebody?
So you're leaving the house for essential visits only, like doctor's appointments.
We have talked. I don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why we decided to do the YouTube channel.
I know.
So really, I know. Because I just don't want to risk it. I don't know if I'm being overly cautious, but I can't deal with Rona. I'm just going to say Rona won with me because I ain't messing with Rona.
So you're not taking Trump's advice of...
No. I'm not taking Trump's advice on anything. He can't give me the TV guideline of, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't know. I'm not a Trumpster at all.
Okay.
So, no. I listen to him.
Well, Adrienne... It's always been my theory that you can tell a lot about a guy from the music that he listens to.
Playlist?
So I was going to tell you the next time you talk to your guys or whatever, you can be like,
my guys, like I just got, she be playing me on here. When I talk to my guys, what guys are these? Oh my goodness.
When you talk to a prospect, listen to that music, what you listening to.
Well, what's that going to tell me?
I'll tell you what happened to me. I'm
what
just going to share a little bit of
share.
this. When I lived in Harlem, and, I used to go in the house, go to work, in the house, and go to work. So one day, this guy, he's always outside with the other guys in the neighborhood. It's this one stoop that everybody crowds that, they pushing weight, whatever. And so this one guy, he
pushing weight? But I don't understand.
What
does that mean?
They're doing what they shouldn't be doing.
Okay.
So this one guy, he was like, I want to, I like to talk to you. So I'm like, you know what? Okay, what's up? So he talks to me, and I was listening to some headphones. He said, what you listening to? Are you listening to some Jill Scott? Now that I think back, he was trying to get into my brain to find out what I was listening to so he'd know how to kick his game. He wanted me to be some kind of conscious person, but back then I just wasn't, So the point I'm trying to tell you is listen to somebody's music and see what's feeding them, what entertains them. Because usually you can find out a lot about a person on what entertains them.
Well, I can tell you about my ex. The guy that I was dating, he loved Kanye West. So what should have that told me?
Well, he's a little bit crazy.
Okay.
Probably into fashion.
Okay.
You may be replaced by a white woman.
Well, I wasn't replaced by a white woman, but he was a compulsive liar, though. Okay. You know about 2 babies?
Yeah.
I was dating this guy. Okay, he told me he had no kids.
Okay. So you want to see this podcast?
I don't care.
Okay,
so he told me he had no kids, but he used to always have his niece. He had a beautiful little niece. She had to be like maybe 8 or 9 months. And my first thought was, I've really never seen a guy this attached to his niece. So, we dated for like 6 or 7 months. And then he was like, well, we're getting serious. I got a confession. Y'all never want to hear. I got a confession. So I'm like, oh, Lord, what is it? He was like, I really have a daughter and a niece. I was like, well, why would you not tell me you had a daughter? He was like, but I want you to meet her. This person come introducing me to his daughter, and it's his niece.
It's the same baby.
The baby had on the same shirt as the last time I saw her as his niece. And this person spent an hour and a half trying to convince me
that it was a different baby.
That his niece and his daughter were 2 different people. So I'm like, but I was so offended. Not even that I was offended that he thought I was dumb enough to believe that big of a lie.
Right.
Like, so...
That's crazy.
Should I have known that from Kanye?
Well, Kanye went through a transformation because first he started off as George Bush don't care about black people. Then he went to Donald Trump is my dad.
I heard a lot of people look up to Donald Trump. Yeah. I heard some people today was like, well, that his base are people who didn't have father figures.
Really?
Yeah. So I guess Kanye is not alone in
so
that.
People
they look up to him as a powerful man. He's somebody they want to emulate. And like a lot of men look up to Donald Trump. Right. It annoys me when men look up to other men.
But I see men or other men being inspired and
but to like, you know what I'm talking about. Like, I know guys that are always talking about, oh, my homeboy, he's doing this. Oh, he about to do this. And hey, okay.
What you about to do?
Can I know what you do? But, yeah, so apparently he inspires a lot of people. Donald J. Trump.
I'm going to tell you a story.
Okay.
when I was dating.
Okay.
I lived in New York City, and I was in Times Square. Now, if you know anything about Times Square, New York City, it used to have a internet cafe that was 24 hours. You know, me being a rookie from small town USA, get to New York City, and it's the big city. I want to go to Times Square. I don't know anybody, so I used to just sit in the internet cafe and play on the computer. Just wanted to be in Times Square. So one time, this man came up to me, and he had a hat on. And he was like, my Nubian black queen, you want to go share a movie with me? And showed me some valid tickets. So me thinking, you know what? This is an open place. The tickets are valid. Public place. I went to the movies with him.
Okay.
So we sitting there watching Antoine Fisher. The movie was Antoine Fisher, I never forget.
You like that movie?
No.
Okay.
So the guy's sitting next to me. And he's falling asleep. So I'm like, dude, why are you falling asleep? And he's like, oh, I worked on the railroads all night. I didn't know what he was talking about. But then I noticed what was happening. He was going to the bathroom because he would have to excuse himself to go to the bathroom. He wasn't falling asleep. Dude was nodding off. He had been... He was nodding. So then, at last, I thought about it. And the last time he nodded, his hat fell off his head, and he had bunches of hair. Like somebody took a razor blade and just shaved his head. He had like patches of hair. I'm like, oh my God. So then I jumped up and crossed over him because it was closer. It was like a exit sign on this side of the theater, but where he was sitting, this is one who was closer to it. So I said, if I can get across him and get out this, I don't know why I just didn't go that way. I'm just stupid too. So anyways, I crossed over him to went on his last night out. So let me finish telling you. So he was sitting there in the exit sign. So I crossed over him thinking I just crossed over him while he's sleeping. Then I run out the exit. But I crossed over him, and as soon as he woke up while I was crossing over him and grabbed my shoe. So I started screaming and running. People was coming up the escalator. I'm going down the escalator and talking about, my dad is crazy. My dad is crazy. I couldn't make it out the door. I look around. He behind me walking like a zombie. Hey.
Are you serious?
In the middle of the theater. This is AMC in Times Square.
I've never heard this story before.
But it's the truth, girl. It was the most crazy.
So what happened? Did he catch up with you?
No, I ran. The subway I ran out. I was running fast as I could. I ran down the escalator. Then I ran down into the subway. The train was there. I was so happy got on this train, baby. I never went back to that internet cafe.
That's what your fast butt gets, going out with strangers in the subway.
But they got me with my Nubian queen. That's why I don't be too privy to those introductions, because people be crazy these days. I like normal men. My thing is, when something is too good to be true, it usually is. Mr. Charismatic is usually Mr. Crazy. That's why I like to know my man's flaws up front.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So have you seen any good movies? You know, last week we got a lot of feedback on your monologue. So I don't know. Have you seen any good movies? Are we doing any monologues today?
So I'm going to do a monologue.
Okay.
And I want you to guess where it's from.
Okay.
Now, I know you're a movie buff.
Exactly.
So you may get it. But it's one of my favorite ones.
Okay. I'm ready for you this time now, because you caught me off guard last time. Oh, okay. Sorry.
Sitting in that jail cell, almost rot to death. I know what it's like to want to sing and have it beat at you. Miss Celia, I want to thank you. Because when I was in that grocery store, I was feeling bad. I was feeling mighty bad. But when I seen you, I knew there was a God. I knew there was a God.
But that was so easy. Like, that's everybody's favorite movie. The Color Purple.
Yay! And she gets it.
You know, that is my movie.
I like the part where she said, I knew there was a God.
Okay. I mean, you did good. But I thought next time you got to give me a movie.
Was I giving you, you said Taraji. Taraji's my favorite actor. So
I know. Well, I like everybody likes Taraji. You know, Oprah pretty good. So you was giving me Oprah.
Oh, okay.
You know, even though all Oprah movies movies are always those back in the day, slave in the cabin in the woods.
Yeah,
type
Chantel
movies.
was watching the Women of Brewster Place the other day.
That's her thing. The Woman of Brewster's Place. What's the one where she had? Is that the one she had the son?
She had the son and daddy was beating her with a broom on the
Yeah,
back.
and then there's Beloved.
Beloved was weird. I didn't get that one.
Yeah, that wasn't my favorite movie. And that's another one. It was that she had another son in the movie. What was that movie that Oprah?
Women of Brewster Place. She had the son and gave up her house.
Maybe it was.
She put him on trial, and he didn't show up. But she had to move to Brewster Place.
Okay, well, I'm trying to think of. But anyway, that was good. That was very good. Okay.
Yes.
So, in other news, I need to know, because I've been on YouTube and I keep seeing the same name over and over and over. Jaguar Wright. Who is this lady?
I just remember her singing, like, I don't know if it was the 90s or like the early 2000s, but I never paid attention or followed any of her work. I don't really know who she is.
Well, I Googled her because apparently she knows everybody. She know. I don't know why everybody told this lady their business, but they sure made a mistake.
Wow.
So she's just spilling all the tea. She done told on Tevin Campbell, Mary J. Blige,
For real?
J-Lo. She done talked about Megan Thee Stallion. Who hate? I don't know who she hasn't
So
talked
is she
about.
just disgruntled?
Diddy. I don't know what her problem is, but every day there's a new story that she's talking about somebody.
Wow.
So, what do you think? Like, is she gonna accomplish anything? Like, spilling all the
my thing
tea?
is, this is what I feel. I feel like you don't need a record label these days. You can fly. You can do whatever you want on your own. So it's not like burning any bridges is going to hurt her. It just, I mean, it just sucks because no one knows who she is. But
Well, she did say that the good thing about this is people are she's starting to get a name for herself.
for the wrong reasons.
But my thing is, I mean, it's a little different. I know vloggers and stuff report the news and stuff, so, I mean, it's not so different, but she's still trying to be in that circle. Like, most people who report, they're from the outside looking in, like, they're not trying to be rappers.
Right.
But she's a musician, but she's pissing off all the other producers and musicians. So it's, like, counterproductive.
So she's going against the Illuminati.
Who said that?
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
do you believe in Illuminati?
I do believe that there's some truth to it.
Explain to me what, I don't even know what the
I don't know what it is all in its entirety. I know this would be a secret society of devil worshipping people, and a lot of people in the entertainment business are allegedly in it.
And you believe this?
I don't know what I believe. I wouldn't be surprised if it was, though. Nothing surprises me.
Do you believe that Beyonce is in the Illuminati? I always hear that, and I'm like,
I don't know.
I just think, what would be, so why would you need to join the Illuminati? Do they own the
But
record?
remember, David, even Tamar's husband, was saying that a lot of people in
He
LA
did
was
say
part
that.
of their cult.
He did say that. That's so weird. I would hope that's not true. Speaking of Tamar, I can't watch that show no more.
We haven't watched it.
We watched it it came on tonight.
Right, okay. So we didn't watch it.
Because it's not even a show. It's like a behind the scenes documentary on
How
why
she
Tamar
did-
won't do a show.
Right.
So I'm kind of over it. I can't do it.
It was like behind the scenes footage of the show, but there's nothing but her and the producers.
Maybe it was better tonight.
I don't know. I didn't watch it.
Yeah, but so are you gonna? So we're just done with Tamar? Is that what it is?
No more Tamar for me.
And I'm iffy on Power because like they already had the mid-season finale, and it's like 5 episodes in, and there ain't too much going on. It's just kind of.
But I don't watch much TV. I try. I watch the news. You know, I watch Rachel Maddox. You know.
Why you say it like that?
Because you be playing her all the time.
I said I'm taking a break from the news because it's really is. It's the same thing, like you said.
I want to watch like a Disney movie, like Ariel, Under the Sea.
I ain't with you on that.
I watch it.
So, what are your favorite type of movies?
My favorite type of movies are love movies. I love anything where there's real hopeless romantic.
That's cool. You know what? I used to be a big fan of horror movies and thrillers, but now not so much. I don't know why.
I can't watch it. I can watch like if there's a serial killer and then he shoots somebody like a sniper or something. But that gory stuff like
I don't
Saw
do gore. Yeah.
and Final Destination.
You know what? I think because as I get older, I realize that stuff happened for real. Because when you're young, you're like, oh, nothing's gonna happen to me. I'm young and invincible. But when I look at that stuff now, I'm like, oh, that's probably happening to somebody right now.
Life is like a movie. Like,
It
you look
is.
at how Jeffrey Dahmer was eating people.
Right, that's
having
stuff
in
is
his
real.
refrigerator. That's stuff that you see off the TV screen. Then you see how David Koresh had the super coat. And you know what I'm saying? Like stuff that seems like it's TV, but reality is a lot more real than TV.
Yeah.
Think about our lives. Killing
Yeah.
disease.
This is a very bad movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's lighten it up a little bit because that's all gloom and doom.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know. What's some good topics? Anything good on your mind?
Yes.
What's that?
We haven't started the watermelon diet, but we picked up.
We ain't doing no watermelon diet.
We did
Papaya.
Papaya was delicious.
I like papaya. I don't love it, but you can have a whole papaya and only get 120 calories, and it fills you up.
And so
I've been eating like one a day.
She put me onto the papaya thing.
So yeah, but we're gonna think of a challenge that we can actually stick to. For sure. And then, so I guess the guest is coming this weekend. Maybe she could give us some ideas.
Right, something to do.
So, but I don't know if that's all you got. I guess that concludes episode 3
Thank you for
the
tuning in.
DNA.
Hey, make sure you.
We're supposed to coordinate this better.
I make sure, huh?
I don't know. We'll try to get
yeah. Okay, come on. DNA Project, episode 3 is a wrap. Make sure you subscribe, like, and share, baby.
Check.